Namaste. Let the best thing happens to all of us. First thing first, dear friends, groundwater table is rapidly falling and there is an very urgent need to take care of it. For many decades, groundwater is only exploited and no concrete efforts were put to revive it. Let this generation correct the mistake and make plenty of water available for our next generation. Luckily, water can be stored under the ground and on the surface for many years safely, and fortunately still it is raining. Okay, if you are ready and if you are a RO user and frequently depend on tankers, then today is an important day where we are going to discuss about a golden opportunity to save a lot of water and money. If we follow this practice seriously, then within 1 decade we can contribute in groundwater revival also. You all know about RO purifier or reverse osmosis technology and must be seeing continuous water it wastes in the process. Definitely RO has ensured water reliability, but it has certain drawbacks. Number one is health. If it is used for water where TDS is below 500, it removes the available mineral to such a low level which is detrimental to the health. We require a minimum permissible dissolved minerals in the water. Next is wastage of water. It is too high. To give 1 liter of good water, it wastes around 3 liters of water. In this regard, NGT, that is the National Green Tribunal, also has given guidelines to address these two issues. That is, to prohibit usage of RO where TDS is less than 500 and to salvage 60% of the water that is going as waste. There are some purifiers that are suitable for 200 to 500 ppm of TDS, and as an individual you have to select the purifiers as per your water quality. Next, about the wastage of water. The guidelines says that we have to salvage 60% of the water that is going as waste, and as such wastage of water is a real concern for all of us. Now the question is the water that is going as waste in RO can be of any use for us? Before that, let us understand what is this RO wastewater. In RO technology, water is passed through membranes and filters to remove the dissolved salts and minerals. Water used to clean and flush these deposits from the membranes and filters is let out as wastewater. So the wastewater contains nothing but the impurities, salts and minerals of the ground raw water that was already there, plus all the salts and minerals removed from the clean water. There won't be any physical particles as they are trapped in a separate filter and they are not the part of the groundwater. We must have heard that this wastewater can be used for cleaning of utensils, dishwashers, mopping, washing floors, washing clothes in washing machines, washing vehicles, gardening, and of course for toilet commodes. But how many of us really do it? We just prefer to drain it. You know, in our country around 20 million domestic RO units are there and 1 million commercial RO units that provides bottled water to the household. A domestic RO wastes around 70 liters of water for an average family size of 3 persons, and for 20 million units the wastage is 5 lakhs crores liters or 500 billion liters or 0.5 cubic kilometer per year. Similarly, for 1 million commercial units, assuming that they are just wasting only 5,000 liters as waste per day. For a year it is 1,82,000 crores liters or 1 trillion 800 billion or 1.8 cubic kilometer. What? This much water. Put together it is 2.3 cubic kilometer. Not a small figure. Considering we in India draw 230 cubic kilometer of groundwater per year, means out of 230 cubic kilometer what we are drawing, 3 cubic kilometer is simply going as waste from RO. We should and we must utilize this water. It has a lot of potential to build the groundwater table. Now let us discuss some money matters. Take a housing society comprises of 500 flats. with an average family size of only 3. Water quality is not good. They all use RO, considering per day wastage of 70 liters per family. Total wastage of water is 500 into 70, that is 35,000 liters per day. Means that society is dumping 35,000 liters of water into drains or 7 tankers per day. In a year, 1 crore 27 lakhs 75,000 liters of water. That is equivalent to 2,555 tankers are dumped into drain. Now say the society is totally depending on the tankers for water. Then the value of money which the water is wasted is 20 lakhs 44,000 per year, considering the per tanker cost 800 rupees. Tankers were available in 500 rupees some 3 years back. Now it is 800. We know people have paid more than 2,000 for tankers in crisis. Tanker suppliers are also not getting that easily water. Put it in another simple way, if a society of 40 flats is taking 1 tanker of water per day to make up for the low bore water yield, they are actually wasting 1 tanker water from RO and purchasing the same water from outside in tankers. We are not just throwing the water into drain, we are actually throwing our own money. One more thing, earlier the RO machines were wasting more than 70% water. Modern machines are wasting only 30%. Huge difference. Just upgrade your machine, straight away your contribution towards the groundwater starts. Earlier, if we process 4.5 liters of water, we were getting 1 liter of good water and around 3.5 liters of wastewater. Whereas in modern machines, if we treat the same water, we get 3.15 liters of good water and only 1.35 liters of wastewater. A huge 62% reduction, which already meets the NGT guidelines. Additionally, some manufacturers have provided with one more feature. Capacity of the wastewater discharge pump is increased and a long pipe suitable to reach up to the overhead tank 2 floors above is provided, so that you can discharge all the wastewater generated into the tank, overhead tank. Yes, what I told is correct only. To discharge the wastewater into the overhead tank, very simple and effective solution. Zero water wastage from RO. One can ask, how is it possible? Water is waste. We have already informed you the wastewater contains the minerals that were present in the raw water plus all the minerals that was removed from the cleaned water. To doubly ensure, we actually did some measurement to find out the TDS difference between the raw water and the wastewater. We did our experiments in an older machine. The raw water TDS was 839, the filter cleaned water TDS was 93 and the wastewater had a TDS of 903. From 839 to 903, only an increment of around 60 points. When this wastewater is added to the bulk water in tank, it will hardly alter the TDS. It will remain around 840 only, as the volume of the tank water is quite high. In a latest improved machine, the readings were 840, 67, 1391. Since more impurities are dumped in lesser volume, the readings are appearing very high. But this low volume, high TDS water, if you add to the bulk water tank, the resultant TDS will still remain around 840 only. It is the impurities present in the water that are getting shifted from raw water to impure water or bad water. No impurities or chemicals are added by the machine, so wastewater is therefore safe. The best and effective way to use wastewater is therefore just to mix it with the bulk water available. In a bigger housing society, if you don't want to consider mixing it with bulk water, then you can use it for other purposes like gardening, sending this exclusively for toilet commodes, washing vehicles. Also, this is a good option. But it requires a lot of alteration in the existing plumbing. It may be a costly affair. So the best option is simply drain it to the sump if available and send it back to the overhead tank. If no sump is available, then a 500 liter capacity tank is to be provided with a pump to send it to the overhead tank. Let's not waste any more time. By using RO waste, let's conserve water and save money. You know, if you implement it, your water problem, if at all it is there, will just disappear. Do your own calculations, assess your possibilities, plan for immediate implementation. Thanks for watching and contact us for implementation just in case you require any assistance. It is very simple, you may not really require any help. It will be easily done locally. Your plumber will be able to do it. Some drilling here and there may spoil your wall, but it will be okay. If yours is an independent house, consider using this water for plants. They would really love it. Mopping, rinsing of utensils are some other options. Let's not consider RO waste as waste. Use it for our own use and protect the groundwater. Thanks again. It's a Green Facts India presentation.